ChatGPT, best garlic bread ever.
Creating the most amazing garlic bread recipe involves adding a few special twists to elevate this classic favorite. Let's get it on.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the AI Kitchen. I'm Dave, and as always, we are pushing the limits of what AI can teach us to cook. On this channel, you know, we like to try cooking new things. And I asked AI, I said, hey Mr. AI, just talking to it. Can you create the most amazing garlic bread ever for me? Because I'm a garlic bread connoisseur. I have some of my own recipes that I think are the world's best. Maybe I'll share those on this channel if you guys want me to. One of them has some orange cheese, from the mac and cheese box, that kind of cheese, that kind of dried cheddar, whatever, I don't know. Not healthy, but delicious. So I have all types of recipes of my own for garlic bread. That'd be interesting to see what ChatGPT comes up with. I am not a professional cook though. What we need to do first is we need to soften up some butter. 2 sticks, unsalted, throw it in the microwave, or you can leave it out at room temperature. That would probably be the preferred method, but I didn't do that, so we're gonna do the shortcut. And we're gonna add into that butter a whole bunch of ingredients, which I guess I could have let it soften a little bit while I did this next step. I'll take it out and I'll just set that aside. It's mostly softened, but we need to prep our other ingredients. So we're basically making a herb spread. Herb? It's a guy named Herb. A Herbert spread. Herbert. Should be one of the quicker recipes we do on this channel. Garlic bread's always pretty simple. It's not like your main dish, obviously. It's just, maybe an accompaniment if we're gonna be fancy. But you do wanna preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and we will be cooking it in the oven shortly. So go ahead and take 6 cloves of garlic and peel them and mince them. You probably don't need to watch me do this. You probably know how to do it. Also, if you have one of those mincer thingies, you can just use that, but I'm using my knife today just to quickly chop up some garlic. And there's nothing wrong with doing garlic bread the lazy way. It's still delicious. That is butter and garlic salt. And just load on the garlic salt and you're gonna have a delicious garlic bread that nobody's gonna complain about. Literally no one. But I like all garlic bread, so it's hard to make me sad. Well, there's one garlic bread I don't like. It's I think it's at Walmart where you go there and they've got it already on there and it's in the aluminum foil looking thing, and you open it up, it's a weird color with a bunch of parsley in it, and it's just terrible. We also want a 1/4 cup of parsley. Now, honestly, Walmart was sold out of parsley. Parsley has no real flavor. It's just green. It doesn't really taste like anything. So I didn't think it was a big deal to miss out on it. But if you do want to add parsley, you'd go ahead and chop up what did I say? 1/4 cup of fresh parsley. It would make it look prettier. Is this basil? No, these are bay leaves, not basil. Well, that's disappointing. Definitely don't want bay leaves on our garlic bread. Man. I'm gonna have to run to Publix to get the basil, sadly. And I will. Let me do the rosemary first. So it says some fresh rosemary, tablespoon worth. Honestly, you don't want the sticks, guys. You just want the leaves. You taught me that recently. I told you I'm not a pro cook. It's doing what I can to try to have a delicious meal. This always reminds me of Christmas, this smell. Oh my gosh, it's so intense. It smells like a pine tree, like a Christmas tree. That's at least a tablespoon, right? That's gonna be interesting on garlic bread. All right, that is flying literally everywhere. I figure before I go get it, I'll cut everything else up and get everything ready. So we got 6 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of rosemary. Have a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan. Now I shredded this myself, and you can as well. Just buy some Parmesan and shred it on a cheese shredder, cheese grater, whatever it's called. We're also gonna need to shred up 1/2 cup of mozzarella, and we need to zest a lemon. And that's all gonna go in with the butter, if I recall correctly. I'll double check, but let me zest this lemon first. That's probably enough lemon zest. I'll check to see if they have parsley too. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back from my little shopping excursion. What I've realized is my work area is a bit of a mess here. I'm certainly not OCD. No one will ever accuse me of that. I did get some parsley, some curly parsley. I don't know if I was supposed to get curly, but that's all I could find. So we got some, and I think we need a 1/4 cup of it, which is probably gonna be right about there. With how my day's gone, I'm not even measuring anymore. Just whatever, this is a 1/4 cup. Call it a 1/4 cup and be happy. That's probably more than a 1/4 cup, really. I should measure it. And then basil expedition. 2 tablespoons of fresh basil. That's a much different smell than the bay leaves we were chopping up earlier. I got a whole garden. I had a whole garden up here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take our butter. Let's see if it's kind of softened up a little bit. It could be softer. All right, let's see if that's soft enough. Yeah, now we can kind of squish it down. I think we're just gonna add all these ingredients to it. Do I want to go a little softer? I kind of want to soften it a little further. Now it's really soft. Okay, so what we want to do is just add a 1/4 cup. See, that's a 1/3 cup, so a little less than that. 1/4 cup of the parsley, 2 tablespoons of the basil, 1 and 2. All this garlic. How much rosemary? A tablespoon of rosemary, which I think we're probably pretty much dead on with that. Yep. So let me just add, basically all this is going in, but not that extra parsley, and then our lemon zest is going in. It's all going into our herb butter. So there's a possibility that someone watching this might be familiar with my favorite garlic bread. It's from a restaurant in Los Angeles, actually Burbank, if you want to get technical. Burbank, California. I don't know. Am I ever going to use these vegetables? I don't know. I'm putting them in here like I might. I probably won't. I'm very bad at like food management and keeping food and saving it and storing it and remembering I had it in the first place. And then it goes rotten and I throw it out. I can't be the only one. I'm just the only one admitting it. For me, it's especially prevalent with herbs and spices. Yeah, anyways, my favorite garlic bread is at a restaurant in Burbank, California. And you know, anyone who's in Burbank is probably gonna be like, seriously, Dave, that's your favorite garlic bread? But it is. It's the Smokehouse in Burbank. And it inspired me to do all types of experimenting with garlic bread because I loved what they did so much. And the big thing they do, I kind of teased this earlier, is they add this like orange cheese powder, cheddar powder, aged cheddar powder or something like that. And it is so good. It is so good. And I did find a way to duplicate it from home, even maybe improve upon it if you ask me. So maybe I'll show you that recipe on this channel sometime. Listen to those cars. Now we want to add a little bit of red pepper flakes. So just a little red pepper flakes. It says a teaspoon. I'm not gonna do a ton. I'm not huge into, ultra spicy. I'm gonna add some pepper, really pepper, that's weird, and some salt. I'm gonna go a little heavy-handed on the salt because I like a salty garlic bread. Even that may not be enough salt for my taste, to be honest with you. I might add a little more. But I do, you know, recipes say salt to taste, but it's not like I'm gonna literally taste this pure butter. That would make me nauseous, so what am I supposed to do? I guess I could add salt later. All right, so I wanna take a loaf of bread. It said ciabatta or French or Italian, kind of can pick your poison. What did I get? I got French bread from Walmart, so it's not the like most artisanal bread in the world. And we want to just cut that. Do we cut it all the way in half? It says do not cut all the way through. So it wants us to kind of get most of the way through and kind of open it like so. Good. And then it wants us to spread our herb butter all over it. I'm just going to kind of generously apply. Now, I'll be honest, in the past, with all my experimentation with garlic bread, I've found that if you put too much butter on garlic bread, it can totally ruin it and make it just greasy and not good. This seems like a lot of butter to me, but maybe not. We'll see. It seems to be coating it pretty evenly, so we might be all right. So there's our herb butter. A lot of things I've never put on garlic bread. I've never put lemon zest on garlic bread. That is a really different. I don't hate the idea, so might be amazing. Now it says we can like put diagonal slices in it if we want to, like this, to help get the flavoring down in the cracks. I don't know, maybe I should have done that ahead of time. Seems weird. Seems weird, but maybe it'll help. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Now we're gonna sprinkle our cheeses, I believe. Oh, the Parmesan was supposed to go into the butter mixture, guys. I messed that up. Oh well. I'm just gonna sprinkle it instead, but technically it was supposed to go in with all the butter. That's my bad. I don't think it'll make a huge difference, will it? It'll probably make some difference. I'll just kind of push it in there a little bit. Maybe that'll kind of help. Maybe the concern is that it'll burn. There, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I don't know. Professional cooks that are watching, first of all, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you watching me? Next, I want to add some aged cheddar, which I got some sharp cheddar, not aged cheddar, so I kind of failed, but that's all right. Quarter cup of grated cheddar. Again, if you can get the aged cheddar, that's what it calls for technically, but I did get aged cheddar. I accidentally used it on a different recipe already, not realizing I was using the wrong one. But it was good cheddar, I'll tell you that, even though it was in the wrong format. So a quarter cup of that is not a lot of cheese, so it's probably already too much here. And then, so let's add that to the top of the bread here. Cheddar cheese it up. I'm sure this will taste good, even though it's not aged. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm shredding up some mozzarella. And it's always hard to shred mozzarella. We're gonna add that to our bread as well. It says a quarter cup, but I don't know. I think we're gonna have to do a little more than a quarter cup to actually get coverage here. I'm just gonna do it this way. Just wanna make sure there's a little mozzarella on everything. All right, finally it says to drizzle with a little olive oil, and I wanna try to do that without getting too much olive oil. It says it'll increase the crispiness. I've never done this either to my garlic bread. And it's like, I'm not gonna be able to get it on everything, and I don't wanna over oil it either, so whatever, I'm just doing what it says. All right, now it goes into the oven. This looks good for 15 to 20 minutes. We're at the payoff. The garlic bread is done. It looks really stinking good. Let's just cut some pieces and see what we got here. See how good it looks. Ooh, it's hot. It does look a little greasy, which was my concern, but doesn't mean it's bad. Can you see it? Can you see it? Y'all see it? Let's try it. This is gonna burn my mouth. Oh, it's so hot. Wow. What am I tasting? I think that's the rosemary. The rosemary is strong. I'm not loving the rosemary. Everything else, like the basil's really good, the cheese is really good, the rosemary is coming on really strong. I even like the lemon. Nix the rosemary, guys. Just don't even waste your time with it. It's really aggressive. Or like cut it into quarter. It's not bad. It's just out of place. I do like the straight cheddar on there and the mozz. That's actually really good. I can't do it. I don't like it. I don't like this, guys. The rosemary ruins it. It has everything it needs to be delicious, but the rosemary is just such a detractor from it. And I like rosemary, but it just doesn't fit. Everything else, like, it's so good, it wants to be delicious. It wants to be amazing. But the rosemary hits and you're just like, ugh, why am I eating rosemary? So I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10. And without the rosemary, it's probably closer to an 8. I would recommend you try it, but don't do the rosemary unless you love, love, love rosemary. Man, it wants to be good because butter and garlic and cheese is my happy place. And like I'm getting some of that, but then the rosemary reminds me I'm not in a happy place. I'm in a sad place. So, AI Kitchen, you failed me. Next time, do better. Mr. AI, try it. I'm pretty sure without the rosemary, it would be great. Maybe in the future, I'll make my garlic bread with the cheddar cheese. That's amazing. 10 times better than this, but just saying, I don't know. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you come back next time for more experimentation in the AI Kitchen, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.